Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Solitude LED linear pendant. This is going to be the 139738. It's going to be using these beautiful hand-cut crystals, absolutely stunning fixture. Let's get into the size of the fixture body itself. That's going to be independent of the rods that it's hanging from, and that's going to be from the bottom of the crystal to the top of the crystal on the very bottom of this, 10.6 inches tall. The left to right, which we call the width, is coming in at 51.9, and that's just a hair under 52 inches going this way. And then the depth on it is 5.3. Overall height, distance from the bottom of the fixture, which is the bottom of the crystals, to the actual ceiling itself is going to give you a really good range. 21.7 at its shortest, all the way to 54.7 at its longest as standard product. That means this could be a semi-flush having it that short if you wanted to do that. But if you need to go beyond the 54.7, we do custom lengths. So you would email me and say you're looking at the 139738. You'd give me a solid number. Could be 68, 168, 200, doesn't matter. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It's going to come back with an answer. Adds just a little time and money, but we do customs all the time, so don't be afraid to ask that. This is slope ceiling adaptable in one direction as standard product, and that's going to be going along the slope and this way and not down the slope that way. But we also do custom versions if you're doing it the other way as well. To see what you have going on with the slope ceiling, it's pretty important that you email me some images of the setup of your slope over your table or island so I can see what you guys have going on and what we can do for you. Let's talk about canopy up on the ceiling. It's going to be holding a transformer and a driver, and that's going to drive or transform your line voltage down to low voltage, down to those LEDs down below. Canopy is 5.3 inches by 14.8. It's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have on your ceiling. So it's very simple. So I want to show you a little bit more information about that and a lot more information about the pipes and how it hangs. And we're going to do that by looking at the installations instructions right now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of your screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list of all the parts you're going to be using. It's going to show you some good line drawings of that canopy and the inside of it and how it goes on your junction box. So check that out if you get a chance to do that. It's going to show you a chart. The chart is going to be a whole bunch of these overall heights. And again, we measure from the bottom of the crystals here, bottom of the fixture, to the whole ceiling, right to the ceiling. And that's going to be divided up into a whole bunch of overall heights and which pipes and which combinations of pipes you're going to use to get to those overall heights. So again, just check that out and use that if you can for me. As far as the pipes go, you're going to be getting 6 of the 12-inch, you're going to get 2 of the 6-inch, you're going to get 2 of the 3-inch, and a whole bunch of these little connectors that put them all together, and they go together very simply. Let's talk about putting this together. You put a blanket down on a table. You're going to put the part that has the LEDs down at one end. Crystals don't go on until the very end once you get it up, so put those in a safe place. You're going to figure out which pipes you're going to be able to be using to get to the overall heights that you need for your application, and then you're going to feed the wires from the LED frame down below through those little pieces one by one. So you're going to go through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe. You're going to exit that canopy, and then you're going to feed those wires through, like I said, and then basically just screw everything together. And it takes just a second to screw the pipes together, and when you do, you're going to notice that it's super clean. You can barely even see a line. Hubbardton Forge does beautiful engineering on these kind of things. So there you go with that. Okay, let's hop into a couple other quick little things. Let's talk about how the LEDs work down below on that frame and how they're going to eliminate those beautiful crystals. So you have a frame down below, and when you go back and look at those installations instructions, you're going to be able to look down kind of on some of these drawings and see how the crystals sit inside a frosted acrylic diffuser. And the light coming from the sides is actually shooting on their sides through the diffuser. It's going to hit those crystals, and light is going to go up, hit your ceiling, and bounce around the room. That's your ambient light. Light is going to go down. It's going to go, that's your task lighting. It's going to go through the crystals as well, but it's going to produce a nice task lighting. So you can put this over a dining table or a kitchen island if you want to, get a lot of good light out of it. So that's how you do it. That 57 watts of electricity is going to be going into those LEDs. That's going to produce a lot of light, 2,400 lumens. Now remember, you have to divide that by 2 because half is going up and half is going down. Still 1200 lumens of light going down is pretty good. So that's awesome. It's also the color of the light that we like is going to be 3000 Kelvin. That's warm white, soft white, and that's what a lot of people use. That's the light that's coming down in my hands right now. That's what we like to use in our showroom. It's not going to be the bright, harsh, bluish white light. That's called daylight. It's also not going to be 2700 Kelvin, which is considered kind of like a setting sun. It's going to be that nice middle of the road, so it's warm white, soft white. It's also a dimmable fixture, so make sure you talk to your installer and make sure they have the right dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.